A child's laughter filled the compound. It was the sound Precious loved most in the world. She smiled as she watched her 5-year-old son, Samuel, roll his small wooden car in the dust. He was her miracle, her everything. "Samuel, my love, it is time to come inside and eat." The boy stopped playing. He did not look up. He just sat still, his back to her. "Samuel, did you hear, Mama? Come." Then, in a voice that was not a child's, a voice that was cold, flat, and hollow, Samuel spoke. "Mama, why did you leave me by the big iroko tree? I was so scared." Precious's blood turned to ice. She could not breathe. What? What a silly game, Samuel. What iroko tree? Come, let's get you food." Samuel slowly stood up and turned around. His 5-year-old face was blank, but his eyes were not a child's. They were the eyes of an adult filled with a cold, cold sadness. "You told me to wait. You said you would come back, but you lied. You never came back. I remember the cold." Precious collapsed. He had not called her Mama. He had called her Precious, the name only one other person used to say, just like that. She had been living with a miracle, but she had given birth to a memory, and that memory had come back for revenge. There were 2 sisters, Precious, the elder, and Mary, the younger. Precious was a good woman, but her heart was heavy. She was plain, and she was quiet, and she always felt like she was living in the shadows. Her sister, Mary was the sun. She was beautiful. She was full of laughter, and she had a light that drew everyone to her. And she drew the eye of Kelvin. Kelvin was a handsome, kind man, and Precious. Precious had loved him in silence, from a distance, her entire life. She dreamed that one day he would see her, but he did not see her. He saw Mary. When Mary and Kelvin announced their marriage, Precious's heart did not just break. It withered. It turned into a small, hard stone of jealousy. She went to the wedding. She smiled. She danced. But inside, she was screaming. Precious soon married another man, a kind but simple man. But her jealousy only grew, because her marriage was cursed with silence. Precious was barren, and 1 year later, Mary announced she was pregnant. It was too much. The one man Precious ever wanted, the one thing she ever wanted, a child. Mary had them both, effortlessly. Why? Why her? Why does she get everything? What did I do to deserve nothing? The jealousy became a sickness. It twisted in her heart until it was no longer jealousy. It was hate. And that hate began to make a plan. One market day, Precious went to Mary's house, a sweet, fake smile on her face. "Mary, my sister, you are glowing, but I worry. I heard you are having pains in your back. I know a special herb, a mother's comfort, that my husband's people use. It guarantees an easy birth. It only grows deep in the forest, but I will take you. For you, my sister, anything." Mary, pregnant and trusting, clapped her hands. "Oh, Precious, you are so good to me. Yes, let us go. Let us go now." Precious led her sister into the forest. She walked, and she walked, past the familiar paths, past the stream, deep into the woods where no one ever went. "Precious, it is so far. I am getting tired. Are we almost there?" "We are here." She pointed to a giant, dark iroko tree. "The herb is just on the other side of that tree. You wait here. You look tired. I will go and get it for you. Wait for me." "Oh, thank you, Precious. You are the best sister." Precious walked around the tree, and she did not stop. She kept walking. She walked fast. She did not look back. She heard Mary call her name. "Precious? Precious! Where are you?" "It is not funny." Precious walked faster. She heard Mary begin to cry, her voice now filled with panic. Precious, please don't leave me. I'm pregnant. Precious put her hands over her ears. And she ran. She ran all the way back to the village. And she did not stop until she was inside her own house. Mary was never seen again. The village searched. Kelvin was mad with grief. Precious was the perfect picture of the grieving sister. She wept the loudest. She comforted Kelvin. She told him how Mary was always wandering off. A year later, Precious's own husband died of a sudden fever. And 2 years after that, Precious, the comforting friend, married the grieving widower, Kelvin. She had done it. She had the man she always wanted, but her curse remained. She was still barren. The years passed. 5 years. 6 years. 7 years. Her marriage to Kelvin was quiet and sad. The shadow of Mary and the silence of an empty compound was breaking them. Precious became desperate. She went to every doctor, every herbalist, every prayer house. She spent all her money. Please, anything. I will do anything. I have nothing left. Just one child, just one son, to make him happy. Please. And then, a miracle. At 42 years old, after 7 years of marriage to Kelvin, Precious became pregnant. The birth of Samuel was the happiest day of their lives. Kelvin was a new man. He laughed again. And Precious finally had everything. Her dark secret was buried deep in the forest. She had won. For 5 years, life was perfect. Samuel was a sweet, happy, normal boy. Until small things started to happen. One day, Precious was humming a song from her childhood as she cooked. Samuel looked up from his toys. I know that song. You always hummed it when you were brushing my hair. Silly boy, I have never hummed this for you before. No, not my hair. Your hair. When we were girls. Precious dropped the spoon. She told herself it was just a child's strange words. But then, a week later, Kelvin brought home a ripe mango. Samuel, look! Your mother's, your Auntie Mary. She loved mangoes more than anything. No, get it away. It's too sweet. I don't like them anymore. Precious felt a cold dread. Mary had been famous for her love of mangoes. The dread built day by day until the day Samuel was playing with his car in the dust. And he looked up, his eyes cold and adult, and he said, I remember the cold, Precious. At that moment, Kelvin, her husband, walked into the compound. He saw his wife collapsed on the ground and his son standing over her with a look he had never seen before. Precious, my love, what is it? What's wrong? Samuel, what did you say to your mother? He knows. He knows. It was a lie. What? Knows what? She left me, Kelvin. Kelvin froze. No one called him Kelvin except Mary? I waited for her. I waited by the big iroko tree, but she never came back. She murdered me. Kelvin, your wife, my sister. She murdered me and our unborn child. Kelvin looked at Precious, and in her terrified, sobbing face, he saw the truth. All the pieces clicked into place. The lost sister, the comforting friend, the miracle child. What did you do? And Precious confessed. She told him everything. The jealousy, the lies, the forest, the cries. She held onto his legs, begging, I loved you. I just loved you. I did it all for you. Please, forgive me. He is our son. He is my son. Kelvin looked at his crying wife, and then at the 5-year-old child who was his first wife. Mary. Oh, Mary. Is it really you? What happens now? The child, Samuel, looked at Kelvin with all of Mary's love and sadness. I loved you so much. I came back. I had to come back. The spirit said the only way was to be born from the one who took my life. I had to wait until I was old enough to speak the truth. Now, my truth is spoken. Precious, in a final act of desperation, grabbed the child and held him tight. "No, he is my son, my Samuel. Don't leave me, Samuel." And as she held him, the child's body went limp for a second. He took a deep, shuddering breath. He looked up at Precious. The cold, adult sadness was gone. His eyes were innocent and confused. "Mama, why are you crying? Why is Papa crying? Mama, you are holding me too tight." It was over. The spirit of Mary was gone. But Precious's miracle was now her punishment. She was left with the man who now knew she was a murderer. And the innocent child who was the living, breathing proof of her darkest sin. Her secret was not buried in the forest. It was living in her house. This story teaches us that a secret born of jealousy can never be buried. The truth will always find a way to be reborn. Thank you for watching Luchy Storytime. Please subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next one.